Sets up for, hey, we have a crazy strong 3v3 top side. We're able to try and play through the setup that Thrunecton brings. Jace can then follow up very effectively, and the Ivern with the shield. Really Ninja Top.
Oh, they're looking for an engage here. Flash in, pulverize down, but the flash away is a little bit too late. The twisted advance is good. Crowny finds himself on the backside of a first blood. Sheo's got nothing to offer. Spotted on vision, we'll see that there's a jungler and a fair amount of people on top of him. The flash here on Steel just yet. He is being slowed down. Concussive blows not quite being procced just yet. Finally, he will go down. They will try and donate that one over to either the mid. It's level 6 just yet. Actually, Labrov has been roaming quite a bit, so he's a fair bit behind in the L levels. You see now the pets to play with each other, and that tower is going to go down regardless, and that's before the dragon spawns. That's huge for the side of BDS. And I mean, BDS, very much all 5 members utilizing this. DFM happy to let this one go for the moment, see what the next dragon is.
And I don't think it's going to get any better with the way BDS are playing right now. Adam is destroying him. And again,
Crowny's not putting in the DPS just yet. They will have vision of this. Harp going to look to try and maybe engage on top of this one here. They're going to get a nice little bit of vision. 3-man knock-up as well is huge, but Labrov puts himself between everybody and the creeping CC. They're going to be able to take down Harp. Crowny has to go straight away into the feathers flying, and they're going to take down the Unipon Kaisa. It's not really going to lead to anything else. I imagine DFM are going to continue to kind of keep ping-ponging away.
I think again they're setting up well here. It's like Adam on bot side, he can push in. Nuke going to be
as we come into this one. They need to try and find something. If you passively sit here, you can...
And then we'll try and turn off the back of this.
It's the same as the last Rift Herald fight. There is the Maokai ultimate. Does land on a couple of people. The TP comes in. The Glacial Fisher to try and disengage from it. Crowny putting in serious work, and Death Steel going down. Now Nuke comes in from the flank to jump on a Unipon. Appleman just kind of trying to stand forward, and it's doing work on the front lines, but not quite enough to be able to take anyone down. They lose their jungler, they lose their top laner, and BDS, they're happy to go back onto the Baron.
And again, BDS, they're just playing well around these little choke points. Unipon and Arya are trying to funnel themselves into River, but if you're doing that with, you know, Luke setting off to one side where he's got the Jace.
Right now, and even has the Mom and Morty as third, just to make sure that no one can really touch him.
And again, it was DFM getting off the bat first. They were the ones that got to blow this game open. They need to find a pick, and they're looking at Adam.
They're looking at Adam. They're going to try and CC him down. The Infernal Chains will bring him back. Can they kill him off? All 5 members right on top of him. The Gore Drinker and the ult give him a fair bit of healing, but not enough to stop him. But your base, DFM, yes, you got rid of the Crocodile. Adam has died. He's not the one you need to be worried about. This is a huge wave. They still have 280 carries effectively. They could look to end the game.
You need to be careful though. Still 4 versus 5. No ultimates really available here for DFM, and BDS got it all.
Appleman looking to try and caps on top of them here. Looking to see if he can go for it, but he's a bit isolated. No one's really helping him out. Appleman goes down because the rest of his team couldn't move forward. Unipon has only half his HP. Flash forward from Labrov to get down a little bit of a marker. Nothing else more. Harp has to use his ultimate. Almost goes down as well. They are trying to just continue to escort. No one can move on to Crowny. Crowny can just keep auto-attacking. No, he can ignore the Maokai and look to end the game. BDS took it slow. They took it steady. They were the tortoise. But are they going to be maybe taking a little bit too much? TP coming back in from Adam. Now you can see Labrov with the Unbreakable, keeping him alive. Harp goes down. Crowny still fearless in the fight. Takes down his opposite marker as Unipon goes. And the triple kill from Nuke means that BDS will go 1-0 up in the series.
Shaky start for BDS.
Plenty of late game scaling. The Poppy getting locked in here now for Appleman. So quite like this, to be perfectly honest. It enables or disables a lot of what you're going to be trying to do here from BDS. The Jax, the Rakan, the Vi, all going to struggle to kind of get in around. That is the name of the game. I don't want to see them go passively, you know, kind of away from this. Bruv. Hooked in, but yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if you want this fight right now. The Ignite goes in, traded back as well. Harp not using his flash just yet. The Ghost comes out. Unipon thinking about maybe going aggressive onto this one, and he is going for that one there. 1 or 2 more auto attacks should be enough, and Unipon gets the first blood. What do
Nuke, who's been consistently able to manage these Qs, and now Sheo will find Steel.
Yeah, they're going to find themselves now in this one here, but there's a Blitzcrank on there, so they're going to jump in, getting the knock off and the kill down. Nuke gets nuked down. Now they can maybe look to try and get the Tristana off this one. Harp has nowhere to really go. A flash forward from Sheo confirms that kill. Next flash over the wall. Does he have the hook? He does indeed. They all jump in on top of him, and now Nuke goes down. Sheo just a little too... Spent not a lot of time in this bot side, and he's going to maybe go for something here. The knock up is not going to land onto the AD carry, but now Harp is in no man's land, and Sheo picks up his 3rd kill of the game. Yeah, I don't think Steel wants anything to do with this. And now, top lane, oh, lovely flash from Adam. Appleman needs to get between the wall, and they're going to be able to get him out, but Harry already has Divine Sunderer so far accelerated, but now they may look for a fight after the Dragon's been taken. BDS,
Ethiopia, and also that Zaya, but still, I think trying to hold control would be great.
Oh, you're grounded. And you are knocked up. No shield is going to help you, Arya, and that is just not the biggest one in the world. Just have the Hex Flash available too. I mean, Appleman reset, and you can see him now looking to try and just hold against the Demolish proc, and now the tower has gone down. He's going to have to use the ultimate. Knock Jax right up into the air, but that's two. You see that the Daisy was used as a little bit of a kind of a shield, a flash away there, but Appleman just get grounded a little bit. He's going to use Adam as a little bit of a taxi out, but I don't think he's got any way out at all. Adam finally gets a kill here on his opposite number, and now Sheo goes straight onto Steel, but it's going to be difficult to finish off this kill. I say that double kill for Adam.
DFM trying to respond in mid. Crowny just looking to clear out the wave so they can't get the tower, but it will fall regardless thanks to Arya having that buster shot. But there we go.
They know it's coming. Udapon is going to walk away from this one, so now it's a 2v3 because you can see Adam just kind of moving around, trying to find somebody to catch out. He's sitting there on a little bit of a ward, trying to make sure he knows no one's going to be able to catch him out. They're not going to be able to get everybody out of this one here. The Blitzcrank goes down next. Labrov just biding his time. There's no tower for Arya. He's in no man's land, and he knows it. He's going to maybe try and push towards this tower to maybe get a little bit of damage, but it's going to be all for naught because right now he is between a rock and a hard place. And imagine if Adam had a real weapon.
It's going to be great. And I mean, Observer
gets hooked, gets into the feathers and flashes away. Arya was there available. Oh, the roots come down! Crowny goes down, but he takes two with him in a 2v1. Crowny stands tall, and the rest of his team know they can go full tilt on that top side. I mean, we're only 18 minutes into the game. You wanted a confident game from BDS. They're knocking on the doors.
I mean, the fact you've already got the tier 2 and top down, they're one as we make our way out of here. I like the DFM are 10 minutes a moment, but looks like they might still try and interpret the fight. It's now spotted by DFM.
Here we go. They're going to try and make this one work with the quickness, but it's just a delay right now. Labrov should be able to back away from this one. Baron secured. 100% no way of sealing that one whatsoever. Now Nuke trying to move in, just getting bonked back by the Justice Hammer. We're going to see Appleman flash away. Nice little extra bit of movement off of those blast cones. And now, how do you defend this right now?
Shale collapses mid. BDS are going to move over here. Carp.
Oh, there's a good hook, and they'll jump immediately down onto Sheo. Sheo will fall down, but the feathers have already been laid down. It's a trade back of 1-for-1. I mean, that's all DFM can really hope for, but I mean, they're losing so much tag debts.
A nearly 3,000 gold Red Bull Baron power play, and the basic shambles. Like DFM, they're just going to be slowly.
TP all the way back. This is your Hail Mary. This is your last moment, DFM. Your World Championship relies on this. That's a good pick. Now it's a 4v5. Adam and Appleman now here. He jumps in on top of Nuke, gets the knockup, but they can't move forward just yet. They know the Petrifying Gaze is something so dangerous to move forward in. There's the redemption to try and keep him in. Big hook, big kill, shut down. Now DFM, can you get any more? They're going to look for the hop forward. Arya moves forward, flash by Adam, shuts down everything. Double kill. Unipon trying to kite back as best he can. A great hook there, puts Sheo underneath the tower. He flashes away. It's a 3v3, but you still favor BDS.
Yeah, I mean, they get the kills, they get...
Let this go down.
Harp, who can get the hook on?
Go. Labrov looking for the quickness. He does get silenced straight away. They're not going to be able to stop Adam from moving in on top of Appleman. And the Blitzcrank is dead. Turned to scrap. Adam moves forward, gets bonked back, but it's a double kill for Crowny. He wants to join the 80 carries that have picked up the pentakills today. Triple kill for Crowny as he looks for a little bit more. We'll have the fruit to try and keep him going this one. Arya moving forward, trying to do something here. Unipon, quadra kill for Crowny, and they'll give it to him. Pentakill for Crowny, and BDS will stay alive in the World's Play-ins.
The Pentas of Play-ins are popping off. BDS find the kills, they find the win over DFM, and they find themselves a date with CFO in just a matter of days.
We are getting spoiled right now by the 80 carry performances as everyone gets a pentakill. You get a pentakill, you get one. But BDS, they know that is only one step in the job they have to do.
Welcome back to Worlds 2023 at the Analyst Desk. And Mark, myself, Quickshot, going to break down what was a very one-sided game. And I'm going to be honest about it. It was a slow and steady stomp in which BDS surprised me a little bit. I was happy to see the bounce back from the squad, but I've also seen them win game 1 before and then not carried on through the series.
And to be fair, this was not the Adam show taking
No.
over. This actually felt very similar to the second game versus Team Wells, or at least the start of it, where it wasn't a lot of bloodshed. Adam was sort of passively winning on the top side through getting a big CS lead, just destroying the turret plates, and then they just continue to stack up the Drakes. They won the early fights around the Herald, and then it just kept snowballing for BDS.
It was one of those comps that felt like a traditional BDS comp. We were both laughing about, like, here comes the Braum, here
it is.
The Sheo,
Ivern.
It was very, very traditional front-to-back team
Listen,
fighting.
that early game was so exciting. We were theorizing different Ivern skins we could be inventing. But Mark's got one.
That's about what our conversation was talking about, because the game, not much going on.
Let's focus on the Riftail fight you did talk about. And I can't remember if it was Ender or Mark. One of you mentioned that Arya just wasn't with the team in previous
That's
games.
an
So
Ender
Ender, we saw it again.
Arya's picking up a wave in mid lane here, and check this out, DFM, this was their problem in their previous years where they just send the engage. They don't have Appaman or Arya here. It's just a 3 versus 5 at this moment. I don't know. Harp gets instantly blown up, and Arya does some decent damage, but they can't finish off any kills because 2 major sources of damage just aren't there initially.
It's one of those games that's honestly a little hard to talk about because BDS did nothing wrong. They got ganked one time, Crowny died, and then that was maybe the entirety of the struggle.
If he had Ezreal, he could have got away, just for the record.
Yeah, of course. But, that's about all they did wrong, and the rest of the things they did was they showed up at objectives, and they said, are you going to fight us, DFM? And DFM said, nah, probably not, bro. Yeah. And that was the game. And then, the times they did show up, like you said, they didn't even show up in a coordinated fashion, and it made it very hard to, look at some of the struggles we saw out of BDS a couple days ago and say, did they really fix these or not? And honestly, it doesn't seem like they're going to need to answer that question even to beat DFM potentially.
Yeah, I will say, too, that for the draft for BDS, while it is funny, it's like every champion sort of has the same idea, right? It's a ton of kite back, it's a ton of backline protection. So if there are ever these engages from DFM that aren't perfect, this type of comp destroys that style of gameplay. Like, if BDS just draft like that again, I don't really see what DFM, if they come in with a similar idea, how they break.
Listen, I want to ask exactly what you would like to see from DFM. Before we get to that, let's round out the last replay we have here. We got another Baron fight, and again, or Baron setup, I should say. BDS just daring.
Look where Ari is on the blue buff, and they're going for the fight again.
Oppaman's in bot lane, teleporting in as the rest of his front line is engaging.
It's over already.
Yep, you already have Steel dead by the time he comes in. Then, of course, you have this nice flank coming in from Nuke as well, just being able to jump on there. And they just never really ever felt set up. You can call these fights slaughters, walking into the meat grinder. I don't know what you want to call it, but yeah, it's nice setups by BDS, absolutely. But they never really felt pushed to have to even mechanically play these fights out well. You just hit the guy in front of you.
Yeah, by that point as well, I think BDS had also have a fairly significant gold lead. We're in absolute control of the game. They had all the dragons as well. Dragon stacking paid off for them. We got one last thing to look at, and every second counts thanks to the reliable Cisco network. Team BDS get the bot lane push in time while Adam dies to set up the game-ending sequence. This is one of those sacrifice your pawn to take down the enemy king type of moves here. And what do you make?
Hey, this was like what happened with Adam in the last series, except the team was in position, ready to go, and they just run through bot lane. So yeah, he's there, 5 players show. And I think DFM thought we're trading the inhib for this kill, and they think they're probably losing the inhib anyways. But then BDS say, actually, no, we're going to end the game.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness out of BDS here to say, okay, well, if you don't stop us, we're just going to keep going forward. They end up with Crowny positioned really far forward. That's only Oppaman who realizes kind of the threat of the situation, tries to stop them, but the rest of the team was not on the same page. Now it's a 4v4 with the Baron up, and this is exactly the position you can be in to end the game.
Again, Braum, Xayah, Ivern. If you don't walk in perfectly, you're going to get destroyed. That's what happens with Oppaman forward. Also, so many cooldowns got spent trying to kill that giant, beefy Renekton that Adam was playing that the actual fight here, I think BDS made the right call in realizing that they could just sort of hold their ground. That's exactly how this comp plays, whether it's in the base here or when they're the first to set up onto an objective. If they are the ones playing it control and the other team has to run into them, they're going to win 9 out of 10 teams.
And I appreciate that they took long enough that Adam could respawn and teleport in to be on the victory screen. Good teamwork there out of BDS. They seem to be bouncing back and that on the same page. Very nice to see.
Okay, so listen, let's zoom out for a second. And I know we have had a slightly more critical, slightly more negative tone here. I want to give kudos to BDS. They played clean, they played safe, they didn't really make any mistakes. I do want to be critical of DFM, but I also just want to remind everybody, if you didn't hear us when we began the tournament, DFM have had a rough summer. They've had role swaps. They've had roster swaps. There were situations on the team that also led to disciplinary action. I mean, these things are fracturing. So despite the fact DFM won with all those troubles, we knew coming in they were going to have challenges to overcome. And we're seeing it again, right, in terms of their playstyle. Multiple games in a row. How could they win is the question I'm going to ask you.
Yeah, well, 2 days ago was the first time these 5 players played on a stage together. So what I need to see from them, I actually don't think you can solve the team fighting thing right now. I've changed my mind. It was bad the other day. It was not good in game number 1.